Hello there, I am Lady Loy, aka Black Bright News, and I don't normally respond to comments, but I did decide to do that today in response to E114's comment, who asked me to do a video on my hair and my makeup. So I wanted to share something. And what she said is, can you do a hair and beauty hour about yourself, please? Well, I don't have an hour on TikTok. It just literally gives me 10 minutes unless I'm going to do it live. I don't really have the time to do it live. And plus, I don't really like live videos. But anyway, let me get on with this because I've got 10 minutes. And at first, when I saw the message, I honestly did what many of us do. I wondered, is it a compliment? Is it curiosity? Or is it a little dig? So you know how social media can be. A single sentence can be read in 10 different ways, depending on the mood you're in when you read it. So I left it for a while and thought about it seriously. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I probably could not give the answer that E114 expected. Because the truth is, I do not have a strict hair and beauty regime. I'm not the woman who gets up every morning and follows the same 10-step routine. My wigs change, my hairstyles change, my makeup changes. Some days I want full colour and confidence, and other days I want bare face and peace. Sometimes I feel elegant, sometimes I feel creative, sometimes I feel like the woman who survived another week and is simply grateful to be here. If you look at my photographs over the years on whether it's Facebook or YouTube or whatever medium you kind of find me on, you'd probably think they're all several different women. But then I ask myself, what is the one consistent thing about me? And the answer is my attitude. That is my real beauty regime, because every morning before I choose a wig or before I choose lipstick or whether I choose earrings or clothes, there is much more important question taking place inside me. How do I feel today? Not how do I look, but how do I feel? Do I feel hopeful, reflective, strong, tired, creative, ready to encourage someone, ready to challenge something, ready to laugh, ready to heal? Because whatever is happening on the inside will eventually appear on the outside for me. I've seen women with expensive hair, expensive makeup, expensive clothes, and yet they carried such heaviness that beauty never quite reached their eyes. And they do say eyes are the windows to the soul. And I have seen women with very little, simple clothes, natural hair, no designer labels, but they walk into a room with warmth, kindness and humour and confidence, and everyone notices them. That taught me something important. Beauty is not only what people see, it's what people feel when they experience you. For me, hair is an expression. One day I might feel glamorous and put on a glamorous wig because I feel bold and theatrical. Another day I might choose something softer because I feel thoughtful. As a DJ, broadcaster and poet, a woman of Caribbean heritage living in Britain, I have learnt that style can be a part of storytelling. Sometimes I dress for the music, sometimes I dress for the message, sometimes I dress for the woman I needed to become that day. And today I feel relaxed, I feel beautiful, I feel comfortable in my own skin. And yeah, that is the energy I brought to this video today. And makeup, I enjoy it, but I do not worship it. And yes, before anyone asks, I do use filters, not because I'm ashamed of my face, but because phone cameras can be surprisingly cruel. They flatten light, exaggerate shadows, and capture us in ways that are not always true to how we appear in real life. I see filters in the same way I see good lighting in a television studio, or a photographer choosing the most flattering angle. They are a tool of presentation, not a rejection of who I am. Makeup is like seasoning in cooking. A little can enhance what is already there, but it cannot create the whole meal. If the foundation of your life is cracked by bitterness, resentment, exhaustion, or self hatred, no foundation from a bottle can completely cover that. Now, because many people genuinely ask about looking good as we get older, let me answer honestly, as a woman who has lived through more than 7 decades of change, joy, heartbreak, and reinvention. I do not believe the goal is to look 25 forever. I believe the goal is to look alive, to look engaged with life, to keep curiosity, to keep laughter, to keep learning, to keep loving even after disappointment. That to me is the real anti aging treatment. I've lived in different countries. I've worked, loved, struggled, raised children, cared for others, survived heartbreak, rebuilt myself, and continued speaking to the world through radio, poetry, and conversation. And, vlogs like these. All of those experiences have left lines on my face, but I don't really have many lines, but they've also left light in my spirit. And if I could share one practical beauty tip that costs almost nothing, it would be protect your peace. Stress ages us faster than birthdays. Constant comparison drains us. Trying to be somebody else exhausts us. One of the greatest acts of beauty is accepting that you are allowed to evolve. At 20, beauty was excitement for me. At 40, it was resilience. At 60, it's probably increasing wisdom. And fast approaching 74, for me, beauty is authenticity. It's no longer asking, will everyone approve of me? It's asking, am I representing myself truthfully today? So to the person E114 who asked for a hair and beauty hour, thank you. You made me think more deeply than you probably realised, and here is my real routine. I wake up and check my heart before I check my mirror. I choose gratitude before glamour. I choose energy before elegance, and I choose purpose before perfection. Then I add the wig, the lipstick, the jewellery, and the outfit that matches the woman I have decided to be that day. Because appearance may introduce you, but energy is what people remember. And if there is one thing I would love every woman listening to remember this morning is this. Do not spend your whole life decorating a face while neglecting the spirit that shines through it. A beautiful spirit can wear many wigs, a beautiful attitude can survive many storms, and a woman who knows who she is becomes more radiant with every season of her life. So while I cannot really give you a fixed hair and beauty regime, I can give you the philosophy that has carried me through my life. Feel good, think well, guard your peace, stay curious, keep your humour, let your outer appearance be an expression of your inner life, not disguise it. That is my real beauty secret, and after all these years, it is the only one that has never gone out of fashion. So I know that probably E114, this wasn't what you was expecting, but I was trying to think about it. I was really thinking about that this morning, and I was thinking I don't have a beauty regime. I don't spend hours on my face, like a lot of people. I know I use filters, but my filters, to me, that's my makeup. But even without the filters, it's literally, I clean my face with witch hazel, which I haven't used water for like 50 years on my face. And I use sesame oil or rosehip oil on my face. And not neglecting my neck, because as you see, it's not all sagging despite my years. And yes, I never leave the house without a little bit of blush, and I always have to put a little bit of, give my eyebrows a bit more attention than I would normally because they are disappearing inside the colour of my face. And I wear a little eyeliner, and occasionally I'll put on some coloured lipstick. And like I said, my clothes, I think I put my clothes on first, and then I decide what face and hair is going to go with those clothes. So today this is me, kind of wild. I'm not quite sure what kind of look this is, but hopefully it appeals to you. And that's all for now. Bye bye. Take care now. And if you don't take care of yourself,